Well, greetings and salutations to you all. Thank you for clicking on this video. And it's more important than ever that you drop a comment, a like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Last week, we lost a great patriot to this country. We lost Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated in front of a large crowd at a Utah University. If you saw our live feed on that, I had some guests on there. We discussed about this. We went through on it. We didn't go too much into the politics of the situation, but we talked from our heart and feelings to the point and what we thought, to this point, how things are in the world. And it's very important that we discuss these things out in the open, because there's a lot of players out there. And in today's video, this is one of the other players that we've been talking about, the age verification battle, which is part of this freedom of speech battle that we've been going on throughout the world. That places like Australia, the United Kingdom, France, and even here at home in the United States, we're battling this age verification online safety codes, which basically are all censorship bills. And I say these things, and people like saying, well, you have the proof in the pudding in itself, or proof in the United Kingdom, proof in the Australia, or not in the Outback, but in Australia itself, because you have a lot of players out there. Some of them are looking to basically control the internet. The other ones are trying to figure out how to make money off of this. Yeah, it's always a money situation. And then you have the bad actors that, that want to steal from age verification. And of course, this is what we, the experts have said that, for well over a decade, that this will never work, that basically it will leave the consumer open to theft. And we've already seen this. Social Security has been, been attacked. They've been hacked. You have small websites, large websites, going all the way back to Ashley Madison. If you remember that site that basically, the information was stolen from it and put up online. The danger has been shown. The warnings have been there, but it's about not a heed, because there are those on the far left and the far right. I'm going to say both ends of the spectrum, but especially on the liberal end, that just basically, they don't want freedom of speech. They don't want us talking. Like I said, proof of the pudding is the assassination on Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was talking, about expressing himself, having the discussion. He wasn't there angrily and all that. He had great discussions, and you saw his crowds were getting bigger and bigger, and that was they were afraid of, because he had a. Damn. And that's why I tell you, when you hit that subscribe here, you're giving us a voice out there. Whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Rumble, we're doing the best we can to get the message out. But we need help from you as well. But we're going to read this. This is from a website called Reclaim the Net. And basically, they've been writing articles about resisting censorship and the surveillance on the internet that's been going on, because, of course, we're being surveilled always, because there are those bad actors out there that want to know what you're doing. Are you watching porn? Are you playing these violent video games? Are you watching these animes that basically makes you think you're a pedo? This is the thought processes of a lot of people out there. This is the new Puritans out there. These are the people that just basically, they don't want you to have fun. They don't want you to live your lives. I put a lot into that. And, you say, oh, well, why are you going in this direction? Now you're going in the direction. But the thing about it is, all of it connects. All of it connects. That's the thing. It might sound like something out of, question from the from the DC universe. But the thing about it is, it's the truth. All this conspiracies and stuff like that is finally out there in the light, in the truth. X-Files, the truth is out there. And for this, in this situation, the truth is out there. So let's read into this. Age verification company exposes user data, reinforcing privacy fears over digital ID systems. A company tasked with confirming user ages before access adult content may be compromising their privacy by leaking detailed browsing data, according to a report by the nonprofit AI Forensics. The group investigating highlights serious flaws in how some sites are complying with the growing online age check requirements, raising new concerns about surveillance and data exposure under the guise of protecting children. Yeah, they're always telling you, it's to protect the children. We have to protect the children.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
France's law requires that users identified remain concealed not just from adult websites, but from age verification services themselves, known as double anonymity. This standard is meant to ensure that those performing the verification process have no knowledge of which website users are visiting or what content they're attempting to access. But AI Forensics found that AgeGO, one of the verification systems in active use, doesn't meet those expectations. Instead, AgeGO systems reportedly transmit precise details about the user's activity, including the URL of the video being viewed and the name of the website. The service also collects facial scans, IP addresses, browser details, and email addresses, then sends this data to the Amazon Web Services. The company, which operates out of Spain and follows looser UK-based privacy rules, did not respond to the media inquiries, according to Political EU. Operators of the adult sites in France say that they were pushed to implement systems like AgeGO under tight deadlines following mounting pressure from ARCOM, the national media regulator. See, the thing about it is, this is where, and I'm telling you, this is where the people are making the money, is agencies like AgeGO, who says, we'll do the work for you, but basically they don't know what they're doing. They're literally, basically putting your information out there, or it's something that they wanted to do. You got to remember to think about that. It's always money, money, money. Speaking anonymously to Tech and Core, one such operator said, "We had warned in advance that it was not ideal, but the haste was such that we could not do otherwise." Since earlier this year, the French users have been required to verify their age before accessing pornographic websites. It's not only pornographic websites. We already know at this point that they're already spreading out to social media platforms as well. Several technical approaches have emerged, but not all of them respect the spirit of the letter of France's privacy laws. Although CNIL, France's Data Protection Authority, and ARCOM have yet publicly addressed the issue, the latter has acknowledged to Le Partisan that is reviewing the AI forensics findings. Well, also remember, France is about 2 seconds closer to a revolution. Considering what's going on with Macron over there, who knows that this might get, crushed in the end. As for the push for mandatory age checks spreads more toward jurisdictions, privacy questions are mounting. In the U.S., where the absence of a national privacy law creates wide variance in how personal data is handled, the Age Verification Providers Association is calling for a unified legal framework. It is harder to win trust in the U.S. because there is no comprehensive federal privacy law. So people rely on a patchwork of state rules and sector laws that is inconsistent, understandably breeds about who holds the personal data and for how long. the group said in a statement this week. Workarounds exist. Privacy considers used to turn to pay VPNs or alternate DSN service to avoid filtering. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's called a VPN. Start using VPNs from now on, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is the thing that's going to keep your information safe. Also, do diligent research out there on your VPNs. There are a lot of good ones. I mean, here at Cuticast, we go through our Bitdefender. That's what we use on our systems here to protect all of our computers, antiviruses and stuff like that. They also make a VPN tool on that. You can either pay monthly or you can pay annually. You have the choice. But in the other words, to this point, in France, who knows what's going to be? We might be dealing with a different government in the next couple of months because of the way things are going there. But as far as the rest of the world and the United States, we in the U.S. alone, we have lawsuits that are going on right now by multiple freedom of speech firms out there, including the Free Speech Coalition and many others. People that basically want to protect online services. We have the Constitution to protect us on there. SCOTUS, hopefully, will be backing up on there. I mean, we even had Kavanaugh, Justice Kavanaugh had said in another video that we talked about that he warns and believes that the age verification laws are unconstitutional. So we're waiting. I forgot what state it was. Oh, the Mississippi law. We're waiting for that to go through the process, through the court system. And, if SCOTUS says no, that means all the other age verifications should fall through, including Texas. Yeah, that's right. Including Texas. So what do you think? So take a moment to drop a comment, hit the like, share, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. It is important. We do this, always saying this. People say, well, it's annoying that you say it. Well, we say it for a reason. And the reason is you have YouTube who likes to play games and it's basically restrict our content. They're playing this AI game now that basically some of our content disappears. If you notice that your restrict button is on right now, turn it off. I mean, if you have it on because of children, that's okay. Keep it on. But understand that when you turn it off, you will see that there, especially on many of the top YouTube content creator channels, that there's a lot of videos missing from there. And you say, well, isn't that what a restriction for? No, the way that they're using it, they're abusing the restriction content system. See, on my channel, yes, this is a channel we discuss, and we're adults here. But the thing about it is, I don't have an over 18 system put on this channel where basically there's like you must be 18 and over. No, I have it completely open. So basically, it is open to anyone who wants to watch. That basically is interested in the content. I'm not going to get a 10-year-old to watch this. Understand? To that point. But if a 15-year-old, 16-year-old wants to watch, there are interesting things that in their age group that affects them as well. So like I said, drop that comment. Be sure to subscribe. And hey, listen, don't forget to check out Sci-Fi Snob every Wednesday right here on YouTube on his channel, Babylon 5 Retrospective, 11 p.m. Eastern. And also his Top Lofty Lounge Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. Also check out Sci-Fi for Me on daily podcast on his channel on there. Be sure to subscribe so at least you get the notifications when he goes on live. And also, if you watched us last week, we did a live feed. We're going to have more of that coming very soon. So do stay tuned. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.